Alright, I think I'm in the video. Okay. So, first things first, the Earth orbits around the Sun.
What? Okay.
Yeah, the Sun doesn't orbit around the Earth.
Okay. Any minute now you're going to tell me the Earth isn't flat.
Uh-huh. It is actually round. And
And
so,
then something new today.
this is the Sun, even though actually, to be honest, the Sun is like insanely big.
Okay.
And what we were doing in class, which is really cool, is we were looking at how far the moon is from the Earth relative. I mean, we had a small model, but the moon was like about to the end of this room, the room out there, and the Sun is in Fairfax, and it's huge, and it's bigger than Fairfax Scoop. If you had if you had one of those little scale models of the Earth, the scale model of the Sun would be bigger than the Fairfax Scoop, which is pretty insane. Okay, so here's the Sun.
Okay.
And we've got the Earth, right?
Right.
That's the equator, and it's on a tilt. It's on a 23.5 degree angle tilt. This is the northern hemisphere, this is the southern hemisphere.
Okay.
And yes, the Earth orbits around the Sun. And one of the things is, so right now at this position, the Sun is hitting the southern hemisphere, and actually at this point the Sun would, the rays would be able to wrap just a little bit around, but this portion over here would not be getting any sun.
Oh.
And because it wouldn't be getting any sun, because as it's spinning, where is the little, oh yeah, sorry. So as it's spinning, it's spinning like this.
Okay, got it.
So here's the Sun, the ray is hitting here, and it's kind of wrapping around a little bit,
Oh, I see.
but it's not able to hit here.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. So does that mean that it's dark over here?
Yes.
What,
That
like
means
the
that
whole
it's
time?
dark the entire time.
What, 24 hours a day? Is
Yes.
that right? Woo! Wow, that's got to get pretty cold. Huh?
Yeah, no, it does, definitely.
Okay.
But that's also why it would be summer on the southern hemisphere
Okay.
and winter on the northern hemisphere at this time.
Okay.
But see, as it's going around, the Sun is hitting it at different locations. So now if I were to stop it here, the Sun's rays would be hitting it right here.
Okay, got it.
Which means that at this point, you know, there's no light on this side, which means that then it's going to be hotter over on this side,
Got it.
near the southern hemisphere.
Okay.
Yeah,
And then how about
and
when
we
we get
go
to the
all the way
hemisphere?
around, and it changes completely because it's still pointing in the same direction,
Got it.
and it still has the 23.5 degree angle tilt, and the Sun is now hitting the northern hemisphere,
Okay.
and the southern hemisphere will be dark.
Okay. Got it.
Yes. Does that make sense?
That does make sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
And one more thing is, there are two misconceptions about why we have seasons, and the first one is the distance of the Sun from the Earth. So we orbit like this, but if the Earth had been put like this, upright, in relation to the orbit, then the distance, or because it's still spinning, that means, so now the Sun is hitting here, but it's just hitting here all the time. All the time it's just going to be hitting the equator. So
Okay.
it's not going to change the seasons as much,
Oh, got it,
as
because it's able
drastically.
to actually hit all of the parts of the Earth.
Exactly.
Got it.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
So it's not like any
No.
part is
Exactly.
gonna be completely
It'll
in
be-
shade. Yeah.
Yes, no, exactly. It'll be hitting it, yeah, it'll be hitting it like this completely,
Mhm.
and then completely,
Right.
instead of when it's at a tilt and,
So would that mean we wouldn't have seasons?
yes.
Oh, cool.
Yep. And the second reason is,
Is it something to do with the distance between the sun and the earth?
yes, because the sun is so far from
Mhm.
the earth that no matter what change, first of all, we have little changes between how far the earth is from the sun.
Mhm.
So when the earth gets just a little bit closer to the sun, because the earth is way over there, it's not going to affect the temperature as much,
Oh, okay. I
which
see.
is not going to affect the seasons, and that's why. That's one of the reasons, I don't know why, but people think that that is what causes seasons, but
Okay.
it's not. Yeah.
Alright, so it's not that a certain part of the earth is closer to the sun at a given time during the year. That's not what causes the seasons, it's the tilt.
Yes,
Okay.
it's the tilt, and because it's at the tilt and it rotates and it stays at that tilt and it goes around the sun, which means that the sun rays are hitting different parts of the sun year round.
Okay, got it.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.